Hi everybody, this is Nick from Stridewise.com, where we look at casual and durable boots and menswear. With me as sometimes my co-host Troy Barmore. Hi.
Sometimes. Hello.
Hi, there he is. This is Troy. And we're doing today a completely unplanned, unscripted video through a happy and miserable coincidence. I have two pairs of the newest and most exciting pants in the world of pants.
It's a good problem to have.
So what we're doing today is an unboxing and try-on of the heaviest canvas pants ever made in the history of the planet. Now, Naked and Famous is the company here. God bless them. They will purposely make the unrealistically, uncomfortably heavy fabrics.
Like gimmick level, heavy, comedic level weight pants that no human being should probably wear on their body for more than 10 minutes.
Yes, they were very famous because when they came out with their, I think it was 32-ounce denim, no one had ever made anything heavier. And then after that, some brands started coming out with 33, 34, and so then Naked and Famous, they made a 40-ounce pair of jeans, which I actually tried on.
It's so ridiculous. I can only imagine the tooling necessary and what the wear on that equipment must be. They are made as a sculptural project, right? But they are actually selling them, and people are buying them.
Yeah,
and wearing them.
No, they sell out immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I get that honestly. Having had, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point, Ironheart's 25-ounce jeans. There is a part of me that's if there's something heavier that I can get, I kind of want them, even if it's gimmicky. Is it necessary? No. Is it practical? Not necessarily. But cool, do it.
It's like getting a PhD. They're adding to what humans know about and exist.
Naked and Famous scientists were so preoccupied with if they could, they weren't concerning with they should.
Wow, that's a lot to think about.
It's my misquote of Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. Anyway.
Now, we've been talking a little about heavy jeans. What we have here is the jeans alternative that a lot of people don't even know exists, because I did a whole video on canvas pants that I was very excited about. It was 20 minutes long.
Just a documentary about canvas pants.
Yeah, because what some people don't know is that there's really only one other kind of pants that is on the same level of casual and durable and work-weary as the jean, which is canvas pants. And before jeans came along, they were patented in the 1880s, I think it was, or maybe 1860s. And before that, people were wearing twill, but workwear was canvas. So the difference is, I guess maybe we'll open these first and then we'll get into the differences first.
Yeah, let's dive in and we can actually...
Right, they were too small for me when they arrived, and I'd had them hemmed, and so they could not be returned. And I said, all right, I'll buy this other pair now. So now we have two pairs. These are the measurements of mine that I now need to sell someone buy these pants. So we're gonna open these up, and we're gonna tell you what's interesting about them, because it's not just the weight of the canvas, there's other things going on. Let's open and react.
Jesus Christ.
I
feel like I could sand a deck with this, with this waistline, dude. I could sand the railings on my deck that I don't have. Oh, but they're awesome at the same time. This is not me talking shit, by the way. This is I'm impressed.
Well, they're not paying us for this, and also I'm out of a pair of jeans now, so I get to be even more impartial now because I have had to actually pay money for these.
Ha! Welcome to the rest of us. Nick, I am unaware as to what the difference between canvas and denim are. Could you educate me, please?
I think he's joking, but he really doesn't know very much about canvas.
I don't even know where I am right now, to be honest with you.
I just drugged him and dragged him here for a reaction video.
Someone help
me. Okay, so there are three main kinds of fabric weaves, right? There is plain weaves, twill weaves, and sateen weaves. Sateen is more popular on fatigues. I did a whole video on fatigue pants for that. But when it comes to the dense, abrasion-resistant stuff that's often used for workwear especially, you almost always get plain weave or twill weave. And denim is a twill weave. Then there is canvas, which is a plain weave. One thing you want to know is that weights kind of work differently. So these pants are 22.7 ounces for duck canvas. But while there are many brands out there selling denim this thick, no one is selling canvas this thick.
Right.
Your normal jeans are 11, 12 ounces. Your normal canvas pants are 9 ounces, maybe 10. But they'll feel like normal jeans. My point is that this may be 23-ounce canvas, but it's going to feel like 35-ounce denim.
I'll be curious to see when I actually put these on. Just in the hand, these feel not entirely dissimilar to Ironheart's 25-ounce when they were new.
Yeah?
A little stiffer and certainly more abrasive on the seams and on the edges and whatnot, but in terms of the overall weight in the hand, I actually feel like those felt stiffer when they were brand new.
Well, neither of them are crazy breathable, because the point is to be tough first and breathable second.
Sure.
One of the other reasons why denim jeans are so much more popular than canvas pants is that denim does a better job of softening with wear and conforming to the shape of your body and fitting better. Canvas kind of, it does, but not to the same extent, which is one of many reasons why this is a very wild thing to ask of someone to buy canvas pants this
So
thick.
that, I mean, that begs the question, like, why are these pants? Like, why do something like this in this weight, you know, with this thickness? Is it purely because, again, because we can? Is it for bragging rights when you go to nerdy menswear meetups? Is there a benefit, right, in terms of the weight for having something of this nature, in terms of how it's gonna wear over time, how it's gonna age, you know?
A lot of people get this heavy stuff because they like how it fades.
Yep.
This is not going to fade. Even though this is not white or cream, this is not dyed cotton. This is a very unusual kind of cotton. And we're gonna get into
The color's
it.
incredible.
I'm gonna tell you why. Let's try these on and walk around in them and see how horrible they are.
Should we do like a little like TikTok jump cut where like we're putting the pants on? You made me take my pants off on the internet.
We'll blur you, all right? Okay, here we go.
Oh. Ugh. These are hilarious. Jesus Christ.
Look at that.
I actually think they might fit me. Oh. God damn, dude.
Cozy.
That's a word.
It's
God.
doing the buttons up that's the hardest
Oh,
thing.
the buttons are brutal.
I think there's something like when it's really thick, like you just can't do zippers.
I can't do buttons either, god damn it.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Oh, that is insane. Ow. This is gonna be like the manliest thing I ever said, but like, have you ever tried to load bullets into a really old, like stiff, rusty magazine? You know what I'm talking about?
Can't say I have, no.
Oh, that's what this feels like.
All right.
I'm skipping the buttons. I'm just going to the top one.
If only I had a really cool wild boar leather belt. Here it is.
TM.
Bad leather goods. Everyone go to my website and buy my stuff.
Dude, these are like actually not unpleasant.
Yeah, I really thought this was gonna feel close to the 40-ounce denim.
Honestly.
But it's not too bad.
The first time I ever put on the 25-ounce Ironhearts, I was living in Brooklyn, and I walked from like Greenpoint just over into Williamsburg and back. I don't know, 20, 30-minute walk. And my hips were bruised by the time I got home. I don't feel like that would necessarily happen with these, actually.
The seams here as well, like you can tell like a lot of work when it's
Yeah, the finishing on these is really nice. Like all the seams, because of the weight of the fabric, like the rolled edges are all really nice and pronounced. Like the edge of that pocket is just really clean and nice, you know?
Yeah. I thought that when I had these, it was gonna be like, I can only wear these with the thickest, heaviest possible jackets and shirts. But like,
No, I don't think so. I mean, again, it would certainly, you know, work.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think, you know, any kind of, you know, denim, flannel, shirt, whatever.
And they are cuffable as well. So if your things get, can we double cuff? Let's see. You can double cuff them as well. Like this doesn't look too stupid. Like
Honestly, it looks great.
Honestly, if I'd known they cuffed this well, I wouldn't have gotten them hemmed so aggressively because I assumed, because I've worked with like really heavy denim before, like even cuffing once is like borderline, and cuffing twice, like it looks like you have like an extra like tire of fabric around the bottom of your foot.
Right.
A lot of guys get jeans like a little bit tight. Canvas, it might stretch out, but it's a risk you probably shouldn't take, especially with the heaviest, thickest canvas in the entire world. Yeah, I would say, so for people considering buying these, I think the pre-order checklist is like...
Go to their store and try them on in New York.
Yes, ideally try them on. They're only sold in New York City and Montreal. Get it fitting your waist nice and not too snug.
Yeah.
Like pretend they're never going to stretch because there's a chance that they won't. But like we said earlier, canvas the fit doesn't change as much with time. It doesn't stretch out as much.
Yeah.
I order things based on thigh size, not waist size. But this is the true guy. This is the true guy fit, and it's like a nice relaxed straight. So I'm not going to have to get these altered because they've got roomy thighs and the waist isn't too crazy big for the thighs.
What do you think in terms of the actual the leg on these? What do we think?
I think it's alright. I think it's only you got a lot of room on your butt, don't you?
Well, yeah, I don't have a whole lot going on back there.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Like for me, when I decide if things fit well, it's like, is it flush on my butt or does it like hover off of my butt? Because that's a problem, especially for canvas.
I'm getting some butt hover.
Yeah, you might want to get the weird guy fit. I think that's closer to what you normally
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you're weird.
That's fair.
But also that's their best-selling fit.
Yeah.
So Naked and Famous, thank God, after many years, they've released the True Guy and the Strong Guy, which are nice and wide. And the True Guy here is actually a higher rise than the Strong Guy, which is extremely wide, but it's not actually as high as I would like. Let's sit down and I want to talk about why this cotton is unusual for cotton and not just because it's heavy. Yeah.
and then we don't cut it all, and then we just walk off from it back over.
I really like that idea. Let's make sure we do that.
Back at the table where Nick is not wearing pants.
Yeah, that's right. I'm actually just digging out down here.
It's extremely uncomfortable, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, and unsanitary as well. It's also not hygienic.
Don't want to be here anymore.
Naked and Famous did their best to make this the most unusual and impressive canvas there is. One reason for that, it's so very, very thick. Number two, it's on shuttle looms, which is very hard to operate, especially for making this sort of magic kind of fabric. The other is, and I love it when companies do this, they've left a lot of the cotton seeds in the fabric. These, in my experience, they wash out eventually, but it's still, I really like that. It gives some extra texture, makes you think about where it's from. And the other thing that's very important with this is that this is fox fiber cotton.
Fox fiber? What's fox fiber?
He's doing a bit, but he literally doesn't know. Sally Fox is this brilliant scientist. She's been spending the last 40 years engineering cotton that is different colors without being dyed. Like it grows in those different colors. She's best known for making cotton that is like this more tan kind of brown color. There are others that are called red and green. I will say they're much, much earthier versions of those colors than might come to mind. But it's still really cool. There's a bit of a movement at the moment against dyes in clothing. It messes up waterways. It has like its own carbon footprint. There are reasons to not like dyed fabrics. My friend Chance, he has Unbleached Apparel down in Brooklyn. And that's a brand that's just all about no dyes. He doesn't wear any dyes, just walking around the city like a...
Just raw textiles.
Like a ghost, yeah. And so I really like that when they were breaking the boundaries of what is capable with the canvas pants, with canvas, with cotton, they used this fabric that is that really deserves to be celebrated and highlighted.
Yeah, well, like it's an actual innovation in the space, right? Not just like we're just going to make it heavy as hell for the sake of it.
Which is already an innovation in the space.
It is, and not to diminish that at all, but like we're going to add to that by including this really unique cotton, like from the get-go.
Yes. If you're getting colors like this, which is like every chino in the world, you no longer have an excuse to get it dyed. Go get some fox fiber cotton.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. We thought that React's video was going to be 10 minutes long, and we've talked for 40 minutes, but
we never stop talking.
Those are Naked and Famous's Fat Fox.
These are really, really cool.
They're objectively newsworthy and worth talking about.
Yeah, if you're a fabric nerd, right? Like if you're a clothing nerd, but specifically if the fabric, the texture, the feel, the look of unique materials is what inspires you in terms of your fashion, you should probably own a pair of these because they're super cool.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
And I really was expecting to feel like the 40-ounce jeans that I tried on. They weren't uncomfortable, really. Not really. No,
I
thought at the very least it was going to be like literally abrasive.
Yeah. Well, and sitting down, because unlike some people at this table, I am still wearing pants. I'm sitting down, like kind of having them bunched up. Like I expected them to be more uncomfortable, like kind of cut into my stomach or you know, like kind of bunch up uncomfortably sitting here. They're really nice and they're actually kind of warm. It's a little cold in here and they're like kind of cozy actually. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm wearing construction paper in the same way that I do when I have a brand new pair of raw denim on.
I was pretty sure I was going to keep these, but I was still like, I'll just wear them like for fun to talk about now and then. But like, I think I might actually wear these.
Yeah.
I think, this is interesting and worth it.
I'm kind of sold on them.
Well, that is...
Damn it.
That's our that's our unbiased point of view. And I also desperately need to sell those pants. Someone buy them. I'll give you a tiny discount. And we are now going to film our video on the heaviest pants and jeans and jackets and bags that we own. So stay tuned for that.
There's a pink selvage ID in here, which is cool.
I can't end the video on that.